this. Am I going? Yep, I'm going. All right, and we're gonna hit record on this, and we're gonna do a countdown. So 3, 2, 1. All right, we should be synced up now. How's it going? Long time no see. I've been away for a little while, and the reason for that is because I've been doing a lot of events. The number one thing that I've actually been doing and has been taking up a lot of my time has been the winter series for the Northwest Rally Association down at Dirtfish in Snoqualmie, Washington. I've been taking a lot of photos of people out on the course throughout the entire winter series, and I I had an absolute blast, and I learned a lot, which actually leads me into what did I learn from this whole adventure. And really, what I learned was that I really like shooting photography. And I do hope that one day I will turn it into a full time business and career and everything. But I am definitely in the beginning stages. I didn't really actually realize how unprepared, how unready I was for running a photography business. Scoot over just a little bit. There we go. Now, like I said, I had a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong on any of that. It was an absolute blast. But when it came to distribution of photos and making money off of it, it got real quick. And I'm not really sure how to put it. I still had a blast. I was still having fun, but I found that I got caught up in the, quote unquote business portion of it and wasn't focusing so much on getting images that I wanted. So there were a lot of images that I I tried to go out and capture for myself in an artistic nature, and I think that the photos come back representing that really well. But for the most part, because I was so new, and I don't mean to make any excuses, it just really does boil down to because I'm so new, and all of this is a first step, so to speak. I didn't really know how to go about things. And so I got more into stock image kind of photography, very like cut and dry, not a lot of artistic creation to a fair amount of the photos. And I was focusing more on distributing photos rather than creating images, creating things that I would enjoy to see for a very long time, to the point to where creating images that I wouldn't mind hanging up on the wall for life. It wasn't until about the final race. So there was 4 races in total, and by the time I got out to the final race, I had a couple of clients that I had booked with, and I was starting to kind of build a relationship with a lot of the drivers, get to know them, talk with them online, talk with them in person. And I want to say I was about halfway through the first race, or sorry, the final race. And it kind of dawned on me that I wasn't, there was something inside me that wasn't really happy with what I was creating. Uh, and again, it's hard to explain because I was I was getting images that I liked, but I was finding that I was getting caught up in almost forcing myself to capture images because I was going to be paid for them. So I didn't want to let anybody down. So there was that buildup of, well, I have to get images. I have to, get enough so that when I distribute these photos, the client will be happy and everything will be great. The downside of that is it's a give and take, right? You as a photographer, I found that you're always playing this game between artistic creativity and like you're just doing it for the passion, and then you take photos that you do it for the money. to to put it bluntly, you do it for the money. You try and create an image based off of the skills that you have and that you've learned and that you've practiced, and you go out and you capture images so that you can provide those images to a clientele that is then paying for them. And you're always learning. You're always learning, even from those images that you have captured based off of all of the education that you've already given yourself. You're still learning, you're still going forward. Because, like I said, from those images, I learned that I need to let my creativity kind of roll out and come out more in capturing photos. And the more fun that I have doing that, the more fun and the less thought of capturing images for money, the better, right? The better those photos will be, the more soul they'll have. More than likely, that those will be some of the best images that you may create for a long time. And I say you, basically talking to myself, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around doing this for fun. If you make some money off of it, great. If you don't, that's okay. Go and make images that you want for life. There are, like I said, still a massive handful of photos. I would even dare say a whole portfolio full of photos that came out of the rally race that I would love to print out and hang on my wall and enjoy for a lifetime to come. Speaking of printing, that is another thing that I'm going to be trying to focus more on is I don't mind the distribution of digital photos. That part's, I mean, that's just kind of what I have to do nowadays is to share my work. I have to either put it on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or I would say TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok, and I don't know if I ever will be. I don't know what it is. I have this constant feeling of being trapped in in a lost and forgotten era, stuck in a digital age. I would much rather actually produce prints to physically give to people so that they can enjoy for a lifetime, instead of that distribution of digital photos so that it can be shared on the internet and liked and then forgotten about the next minute. It kind of breaks my heart that these images get forgotten. And I think that's one of the reasons that I like doing this on YouTube, is because for as long as YouTube is a thing, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon, I can share my photography with you. I can post it online and it can be viewed for a lifetime. Like I said, until YouTube is no longer a thing, which I don't know if that'll ever happen. But as long as my channel is up and as long as those videos are up and as long as YouTube's here, I get to share what I'm so passionate about. And the last little bit before I go, I wanted to talk about YouTube. And I wanted to give you a little bit of explanation in how this is going to go forward. So, I am not a channel that does product reviews. I'm not a channel that does teaching of how to edit or anything of that nature. This channel is kind of a vlog, I guess you could say, but it is a channel that is dedicated to showcasing my journey through photography, sharing my art, and building a community, really. If there's anything that you would like to talk about, or, go over any thoughts or feelings that you have towards what I shoot or what I do, even questions, always feel free to comment down below. I say that because I'm not a huge channel, so I should be able to get back to anybody and everyone that comments. Going forward, I'm more than likely I'm not going to be producing a high volume of videos. I'm not going to be doing a weekly, or I may even not do a monthly. It really will boil down to what I've been doing and how I've captured it, whether I do a talking head like this or I have a POV style footage that I can showcase. There's not gonna be a big production because I am just a solo individual, and being a solo individual, I can only focus on one thing at a time. I haven't become proficient enough at photography to be able to quickly set up a second camera and get the audio and sync all that and talk about what I'm doing and then do it and show it on air. When I'm in the middle of doing my photography, I'm fully enveloped in my photography. There's no room at the moment to be separated from the photography and focusing even a little bit on the video. And I don't want to take away from my photography because it is what I truly am passionate about the most. And so that's why there has been a huge deficit of videos where I'm walking around with my camera and I'm recording things. I like to be as fully upfront and honest and blunt about what to expect in the future. And really what that boils down to is if you would like to come along on this journey with me through photography, fantastic. If this isn't the channel for you, then that's perfectly okay. I appreciate your honesty. You don't have to surprise. So, not you don't have to surprise. You don't have to subscribe. And yeah, it's as simple as that. So, thank you all again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic time until I see and talk with you all again. Enjoy the photos, and yeah, I'll catch y'all later.